Now then, in this video we're going to be building our very own amusement park in Planet Coaster 2, but I use the term amusement park very loosely here. We're going to be conducting the least ethical and borderline insane experiments imaginable on our guests, with our end goal being to create quite possibly one of the most inhumane theme parks ever built, and as usual, seeing if we can break the game in the process. Leave a comment if you'd go to this park that we're about to build. Also, leave a comment if you wouldn't. You know what, f it, just comment the word bread, I don't care anymore. So it's been a while since I've played Planet Coaster, so let's do a quick run of the tutorial and see if we can't break a few things along the way. Well, this is a nice park. Just a shame they've hired me, really. Right, we get to build our first ride. Let's make the entrance really accessible. There we go, that should do it. Cutting into the pavement, making it inconvenient for everyone involved. And here we can put down some shops and some benches. Wait, you're telling me we can choose any bench we want? Well, I can't help but naturally gravitate towards these beauties. Let's make sure we put these in the most convenient spots. There we go. That should do it. Oh my god, people are actually using the benches. Right, next we got to put down a pre-built coaster. Right, how can we fuck this up? I've got an idea. Well, it's everything I could have hoped for, and more. And to finish off, we got to put some scenery down around the coasters to make it more visually pleasing. Yeah, well, that should do. All right, we've absolutely aced this level. Let's do one more, because I think there's something exciting in the next one. Right, so Brad here's telling us to put down a pool and some sunbeds, obviously in the most optimal spots. And then we can put down some safety ladders, then swiftly remove them just to satisfy the tutorial. Oh no, someone's drowning. Well, I wonder how that happened. Let's put a lifeguard down, but make sure he faces the other way. He's got much more important things to be checking. Wait, how long will this person just keep drowning for if we let this play out? All right, the answer is, I don't know. But everyone seems to just be swimming around them. All right, fine, I'll save them. Then promptly eject them from the park. Right, next we've got to build a custom pool. How badly can we mess this one up? Well, that should do it. Couldn't think of anything more inviting to write in the sky. And next up, to make our pool more exciting, it's time to build a slide. Okay, we'll just put this down and yep, that should be enough. Let's give this a test. Oh, well, it looks like the test dummies despawn after a certain amount of time. So let's open this up to the public and get some real test subjects of the flesh and bone variety. I mean, personally, if this was me and this was the queue up to the flume, I wouldn't need many more red flags than that. And just before we open it, I'm a little bit concerned about the safety. So let's make sure we add a lifeguard. Or 2, or 3, or 4, or... Okay, perfect. Now the guests should be safe. And remember, guys, no to diddler. And here come the first volunteers. Well, guys, have fun. And if you were wondering where these people are going... Anyway, I think we've comfortably learnt the ropes. It's time to stop ruining other people's parks and open a park of our own. But what to name it? Okay, let's begin. And already right off the bat, we've got buses full of people turning up to see, well, nothing. There's nothing here yet. So let's change that. We're going to need a nice and wide path to accommodate such a large flow of people, which we can then funnel into a single person track. I'm sure that won't cause problems later on. Now for the entrance of the park. Right, I think we need like a grand spectacle, and this Ferris wheel should do very nicely. Now personally, I already think Ferris wheels are overwhelmingly boring, so let's adjust the ride sequence so people can get many more minutes of fun. Okay, we've alternated between clockwise and anti-clockwise to maximize that ride experience. On just one ride, you can get over 11 hours of fun. Isn't that awesome? And in case you want to remember that memory forever, let's add a camera. Hopefully it'll capture the descent into madness as the hours tick by. In fact, let's add another camera, and maybe another, and maybe just one more. Okay, that should be enough. Who wouldn't want more pictures to relive this memory? And speaking of, let's make that memory a bit more exciting, because I just found out that we can attach stuff to the carriages. Ladies and gentlemen, we have liftoff. Oh shit. Well, this feels like a magical Disney moment. Right, let's add some more Ferris wheels. Now this is a quality ride experience. After having all that fun, we've neglected the basic needs of our guests. So let's add somewhere where they can go and grab a drink. All right, I've built a little something here. But before we give you the grand tour, I've just found something quite interesting. So this here is a rotation platform. And it really is quite a wonderful item because we can attach things to it and it makes them rotate. We can make it go slow or fast. Now, if you've seen my other video, I think you know where we're going with this. Are we allowed to stack these together? Oh my god, we're in for such a treat. Can we attach more together? Yep, of course we can. So now, how many can we attach? Let's just pause right there. Yes, you can attach more. This looks exactly how it did before, weirdly enough. Okay, this is as many as we could add before the game just crashed before we even pressed play, so... Oh my god. I think we've just accidentally reinvented the building blocks for life. Let's give it a couple of friends before it gains full sentience. Right, that should do it. Okay, I think we might have actually taken it too far this time. I mean, can anyone else see the resemblance to a nervous system? On the account of my frame rate being dramatically impacted, I'm gonna have to banish it to the corner of the park. Out of sight, out of mind. All right, it's time to show you what I've built. Between the last clip and filming this walkthrough, I've had to buy a new graphics card. Completely unrelated to what happened before. Anyway, here we have a wide array of drinks for our guests to choose from any one of our vendors that I'm pretty sure are actually just one large hive mind. And once they're finished with their drink, there's a good chance they're gonna want to go number one, or God forbid, number two. So why don't we just have a little wander over here? Oh, what's this? That's right, if our guests are going to want to reach the toilet, they first have to walk through my hedge maze, with complimentary speakers playing ambient water dripping sounds. And this seems to be motivating them plenty. And with all this dripping, it then got me thinking about Chinese water torture. So I added the Chinese readout of the Bible with royalty-free music in the background. So once the guests eventually make it through the maze, we give them a bit of motivation to keep on going. So next they come up the stairs, fitted with two 100-inch TV screens with videos loaded up of running water, with complimentary sounds of course, before making their way into the toilet bowl section, fitted with water jets just in case they get a bit too hot. Once making it around the bowl, they come to the final stretch. But watch out for the flying toilet signs. Wouldn't want to be caught off guard. And then up to our indoor water feature. If you didn't need the toilet before, you'll definitely need it now. And finally up the last staircase, making the way to the grand toilet. And all that hard work from the treacherous journey is about to pay off. Oh, what's that? Looks like they changed their mind. Or it might have been the $20 entry fee. Who knows? Well, enjoy your long and perilous journey back down. Anyway, we've got a serious problem here. Most people are leaving right as they get in the park. We've even got the same person here leaving twice. It must be bad. So we need a way to make it so when people arrive, they're gonna want to buy a drink and clog up the park even more. So let's just move the entrance forward slightly. And let's take the guests on a little detour before they get in. Just a little scenic route, you know, just so they can really take in the landscape. All right. That should do it. What I've constructed here might look like a car park, but I assure you, the only thing you'll be parking here is your will to live. Now people have got plenty of time to build up the thirst under the scorching sun before they come in, and let's help that process along. Other parks have water sprinklers, but I think this is more in line with our goals here. And let's take them on one last little detour before they come in. And there we go. Just a couple more steps. Now I've gone and manually timed this. It takes guests from the point they step off the bus to the point of reaching the park entrance over 5.5 hours. And that's all well and good, but there's no point if we don't have any customers. We need to give people a reason to come to the park. So we built a nice little food court, complete with benches, bins, and scenery. Just kidding. We're not actually going to let people use that. Don't be silly. Anyway, let's get some actual rides in the park to attract some people. And this coaster should do nicely. But let's add our own personal touch to it. Let's attach a prop to the carriage. Nope. Oh yeah, this should do. Well, isn't that just a thing of beauty? I can't believe they just let you attach shit like this to the rides. Wait, I forgot we can make it bigger. Oh my god. Okay. Oh my god. For the other carriage, let's use our good old pal rotation joints with this ship, because why not? Oh my god, okay. Wait, I've got a better idea. Which way's the gun show? That way. Well, isn't this just a sight to behold? I think this might actually be the best display of free will. And for the kids, let's put down a gentle ride. Make sure it's wheelchair accessible. And we don't want it to be too tame, so let's make use of some special effects. Yep, that should do the trick. Fireworks? Yes, please. Well, this isn't overstimulating in the slightest. And it looks like all this commotion has attracted loads of people to the park. Well, someone's eager to get in. And off they go, making their way along our safety-tested paths. How's this family of three getting on? Oh, they look a bit medium rare. I mean, it could be the fire. Or the fact that I turned the sunburn multiplier all the way up. And look, we have our first guests about to make it. Well done on your 5-hour journey. Are you ready for a full day of fun? Oh, alright, they must have changed their mind. Let's build some quick transportation to let people skip that long walk. I'm not a complete monster. Nope, just kidding. They can only use it on the way out. The walk is part of the experience. Right, since this is Planet Coaster 2, let's build our guests a swimming pool, using a nice wide and straight path directly to it. Okay, I'm envisioning a lazy river type vibe here. And everyone knows the best shape for a lazy river is a triangle. Really get those sharp corners in there. And it wouldn't be a lazy river without some water jets. Just a couple of jets. Maybe just a couple more. And let's really make those corners nice and tight. There we go. That's going to be a heap of fun. Wait, I've just had such a good idea. Of the crustacean variety. Let's get those knees nice and scraped. Fuck it, let's turn it into a sea life centre. Well, doesn't that look inviting? Let's be sure to add a few lifeguards. If a school of lifeguards facing the wrong way doesn't instill you with confidence, I don't know what will. But look at this. While we've been building, all the pesky guests have left an absolute mess of our park. Luckily, we can hire a janitor to sort that out. Well, right, may as well add another one to split the workload a bit. But sod it, let's just grab another, and another, and another, and another. Okay, I might have got a tiny bit carried away. I'm not actually sure how many we have now. I mean, I stopped counting. So if you really want to know, you can just count the number of blue polygons mushed into a single spot. Anyway, let's get them to work. Yes, that's right. Clean, whilst you still have a job. And since our mob of cleaners is spreading out through the park, I don't think we'll actually need any bins. Every morning they arrive to their shift, in unison, and keep our path clean. Not that it matters since we closed the park ages ago. In fact, the only people here in our park right now are the cleaners. So I don't really think we have much use for them anymore. Oh, well, there they go, in perfect unison. The best part is, they've got to walk for over 5 hours just to get out, because staff members can't use the transport rides. I'm such a good boss. Anyway, we can now open the park back up, and people are finally starting to use our lazy river. What's up? Why is everyone leaving in such a hurry? The water was red before you got in, I promise. See, these people are enjoying it. Maybe a little bit too much, actually. You better not be diddling in there. Right, let's make this pool a bit more fun and get a flume down. Yep, this beauty should do. No need to build our own. It takes guests up some conveyors, round some bends, and into a giant bowl. Where do they go from there? Well, into the hole, of course. And look, people are just lining up to be sacrifices. Now, guys, one at a time. Well, these guys look to be having a right blast. Thank you greatly for your noble sacrifice. And don't worry, we're not just actively killing people here. We're not that morbid. I have a much better idea in mind. Right, for our last project, I want to build a coaster, but not just any coaster, the best coaster you've ever seen in this game. So hold on for a second while I do some constructing. Okay, here we have it. The best and last coaster you'll ever ride. If you want to know how long this took me, no you don't. So we start off up the chain lift, where you can take in all the great views of the park. And once you reach the top, well, wasn't that a blast? And look, we've only pulled 200 vertical Gs. Right then, let's get some guests on the ride. Huh? Where's everyone gone? I mean, there's a couple of stray people left, like this person with everything in the red, having a bit of a panic.
Now I'm panicking.
Apparently there's 1,600 guests in the park. Where the hell are they? Ah, wait, I think I know. Well, I hope you enjoyed yourself today. I've been Smill, you've been watching my video. Now fuck off.